Hello, welcome to Home Designs by Amanda. Today we're going to make something very similar to this card. I got done with this one and I liked the idea, but it wasn't like exactly how I liked it. I didn't like it that well. So we're going to do just one little change up to it that I think will make me like it better. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. This is supposed to look sort of like a poinsettia because it is around Christmas time, or getting ready for the Christmas time with your holiday crafting and stuff. This is using the Flourishing Phrases, the stamp set for this back here, and the dies, which is the Flourish Thinlit dies for these flowers here. So this is on a cherry cobbler card base, and these are Whisper White, or not Whisper White, sorry, very vanilla plates here. So let's go ahead and get some stuff. I have the card base ready here, and I have the pieces, most of the pieces ready to go. We'll do a few other things here in a few moments. Also, for the sentiment, since it's a Christmas card, on the inside I did use a Christmas sentiment from the Hearts Come Home, but if you didn't necessarily want another stamp set, you could always do just a note on the inside, or even a thank you very much for a Christmas present or something like that. Or there's all kinds of phrases with this set here, and this set is in the annual catalog. So we're going to use these okay, this is the inside plate, so we'll get back to that when we're done with the front. So I'm going to start with the front. We have this front plate. This is 3 by 5, and we're going to take early espresso, and we're going to do this distressing kind of a look. It's sort of, I don't know, it's just brushing it on with my daubers, which are makeup wedges, but that's what I use. This we won't need because I didn't like what I did there. Oh, we do need this for our poinsettia though, so when we get to that I'll show you that. Let's go ahead and start with this background base. So what I did was let's get some of these things out of the way here. I took the early espresso and my base and just went around it just like this, just to give it a real dark definition around it. We have that dark definition there. We're gonna take the spongy, or your spongy, whatever you're using to daub yours on with, and daub it off a little, and just kind of come in here, and you can round it or you can just sponge it however you want it to go. I want it a little on the lighter side, not too dark, but this doesn't look, this time around it doesn't look quite as brown, but maybe it will as it sits here. Because sometimes I've noticed that as the ink sits on it, it changes ever so slightly, the coloring, and I usually like it the way it does it. It's a little darker. But, that's why they're handmade cards. Each one will have slightly different details to it. I mean, intricate details that aren't necessarily things that you see right away, but that's kind of what's neat about what makes it homemade or handmade. So after that, we can just kind of set that one aside, and next I think we'll go ahead and work on the poinsettia here. This is very vanilla. It is... Okay, I'm recycling here. I messed up on a very vanilla envelope when I was stamping it, so I cut this piece out of it. So I'm using some of my scraps to make the middle part of an envelope, but Whisper, our very vanilla cardstock, will work just the same. So what I have here is the flower from the Flourishing Phrases. And why I'm doing this is because when I was looking through the holiday catalog, okay, hold on. So I'm going to ink this up with early espresso, and then I'll tell you. While I was looking through the catalog, I didn't really see much much to do with like poinsettias, and I like poinsettias. I like decorating with them. I decorate quite a bit with poinsettias on both trees here and at church, and I just like that. So I'm like, well, what do I have that I can make look similar to a poinsettia? So this is kind of where what I'm trying to do is make it look like a poinsettia. I did do another one with the Oh So Succulent bundle, but it's a retired set, so you can't get it. Let me grab it. I'm not sure I care for the way it turned out, but that's what my poinsettia looked like with the Oh So Succulent framelits. I don't know. It's still kind of neat, but so I wanted to try another one, and I do like how the poinsettia turned out. It's very elegant looking to me. I guess that's why this just kind of threw me off. It doesn't go like with the cards, so that's why we're doing it differently. But I like the gold here because even at church, we have poinsettias that are about this color of burgundy, and they have the gold tipped to them. So this is like kind of neat. So I inked this up with early espresso. And then what I did is I just took a Q-tip. I did cut it in half, if you're wondering why I only have a half here. And I'm going to use like the corner of my ink pad because you're going to get some of the early espresso on this, but you got to keep re-inking. And I'm just kind of trying to put some of the cherry cobbler into this. And I think this one got a little darker, which will go with my darker background, so that's probably alright. But I think it got a little darker with the early espresso than the other one did. So I'm just trying to add some cherry cobbling. It gives it a little bit of a texture as well, doing that. So now we're going to go ahead and stamp it on our little base here. It's a 2.5 by 2.5 square of Very Vanilla. This is the kind of thing where it's going to look different on each card because you're doing this like individually. So this might have a little more red to it than the first one, or it might be a little bit darker. I'm not sure. We'll find out, but we're going to go ahead and put that right in the middle of our 2.5 by 2.5 base there. There we go. And that one has a little bit more red. I like that. Again, yet it's still dark, so I think that's gonna like look really nice. Okay, so from there, I already have these. I already ran these through my Big Shot. What I took was just a piece of cherry cobbler, and I put a piece of the adhesive sheet on the back, and then ran it through. So now it's already sticky, which with these, this is wonderful because you used to have to put like a liquid glue on it. It's so messy. I just do not like it. I love these sheets. I'm gonna have to like stock up or something. Because it is so great with these intricate dies, and you can just go ahead and take it off. It's like making it into a sticker. It's great. So now I can just stick this down, and I do try to center it. I'm not really worried about where the petals are meeting up with the other petals. I just want to make sure it's in the middle. So I stick that one down, and then I have a gold one out of gold glitter paper. And this one I do want to make sure that I'm not overlapping petals of the burgundy one, or the cherry cobbler one. So that one's going to go down like that. So, and then we have the other die. So these are the two dies I used. So this is the bigger one, and that's the smaller one. So you need a cherry cobbler of this one and a gold one of this one, and then just cherry cobbler of that. So there are those. I just really like how that turned out. So that's really cool there. So the next thing is that for this I used a brad. Stampin' Up! Doesn't have these. This is just what I had in my stash from eons ago of scrapbooking type stuff. And And this is like my last one of the shinies, which is like really neat. But it looks really good with this color. But what you could use if you don't have the brads and you have... I sat it here so I wouldn't lose it. Oh, they're right here, right in front of my face. Okay, you could do one of the embellishments and just put that right in the middle there. One of the, what are these, gold and silver? I'm not sure what they're called, but you could just put one of those right there in the middle and that would look really cute too. I'm going to still go with the brad because I have one and I like the way it looks on the card. But that would look very cute as well. Maybe I'll go ahead and put one or two of those as embellishment off to the side or something at some point. Front poinsettia. So I didn't like this, but what I thought I could do, and it would look cute, is to mount it on a piece of cherry cobbler. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead and see. That looks so much better. I think it was just like this looks so elegant, and this just kind of really detracted from it. So then this will go here on that. This, and even that looks cute, but we're going to go ahead and add this. I used washi tape. Oh, right here it is. It's washi tape. It's gold. It's from Joann's. But for Stampin' Up, they have, I just don't have it. I have everything. They have had this for a while. They have this thin gold that would look nice, or this monochromatic kind of white and gold there. I don't know if it's white or vanilla, but so that those are options there. Or you could always just take, if you have more of the glitter paper, like this is also something I had. It's not this particular one. This is what I got my thing out of. You could just take a skinny strip, whatever this is, what is this, a half an inch strip of your glitter paper, and just glue those on. So you have options if you don't have the washi tape. Man, just trying to think of the words here. Alright, I'm going to use this as my base to see where to put this since everything's the same size. I was just eyeballing it earlier. Looks like it should go up slightly actually. But I'm going to go ahead and put it in the same spot just because it's here. And I did it over a little and just trimmed it off. I like washi tape, I just don't use much of it. But this is like so nice for this. I really love this gold washi. So this is just one of those really elegant kind of cards, and we center this here. That doesn't necessarily have a sentiment on the outside. Oh wow, that one just looks so much better. To me anyway. I definitely like that. I might, my husband told me just to leave it, but I'm thinking I'm going to take this off, trim it down, and put a piece on there. I will probably do that. Okay, so I really like how that outside turned out. So for the inside, I got a little fancy for there too. So for the inside, I went ahead and did some die cutting and then like tucked it back in. I just really like how it turned out, and so I want to show you what I did. What I did is I took the piece here, which I made 3.5 by 5, so it's like index card size. And what I did is on the back, I took a piece of that permanent adhesive tape and cut it to about the size I would need for, you don't need it completely because it is like half cut off. So, and then I just take that. Actually, that one looks, okay, let's put this piece with this one and this piece for that one. So on the back, just take this Alright, this is the back, so when we flip it over, okay, put it up here. I think this is what I want. Yeah. So you just put that down there, and then you also have some extra adhesive already on the back for when you flip it over. Okay, and then this piece over in the opposite corner. Okay, and then with these ones, these are intricate dies, so I do use my precision plate. We're gonna put this face down because we want to cut out. We want to cut out here, however you want it. If you want more or less of the flowers in there, that's up to you. And actually, this is the way I wanted it in the first place, so I might end up putting this card together like this, so it'd be flip-flopped from, and then the joy to the world would go here. So let's run this through. Okay, so I'm going to put my joy to the world on here. I inked that up with the early espresso, kind of tie into the front. That change. Oh, so much better. And then let's go ahead and do, since I have everything out, might as well just do the envelope. We have our envelopes all done. So there are poinsettia-ish golden cherry cobbler cards. I really like the way that ended up with that. I think I might go in and change that one out. Definitely looks more crisp. I gotta get rid of that one. Okay, this is just so much more what I was envisioning here. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed making this card with me. All the dimensions and details for this card are over at the blog, which is linked down below. I hope you enjoyed creating with me today, and then you come back again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!